gente, soy Gamer Torpe y aquí estamos en un nuevo vídeo de The Wolf Among Us. Y lo habíamos dejado yendo por The Crooked Man, si no me equivoco. Sí, que nos había dicho el señor de los higadillos por fuera donde encontrarlo. Herraje Shepherd, madrugada. Esto, yo creo que el juego está ya por terminar. Estamos en el capítulo 2 o el 3. O sea, en la parte 2 o 3 del capítulo 5, perdón. Y la verdad es que me está gustando mucho el juego, por lo que estoy viendo. No parece que haya nada que explorar por la zona. Así que vamos a entrar directamente. Tengo ganas ya de que esto se resuelva de una maldita vez. Ahora me alegro de no haber seguido a este señor sino al otro, porque creo que así tengo más historia. Que a lo mejor no, pero es la sensación que me da. Bien, estamos dentro. Mira, mira el simbolito.
So this is where they've been sending these.
De la máquina de tortura medieval. Luces automáticas no me gustan. Su alerta de mi presencia. Bueno, tampoco es que Big B esté siendo muy discreto ahora mismo. Supongo que está ya cansado. Oh Dios, eso tiene pinta de ser una batalla épica de estas, de estarle dando los botones todo el rato.
The Big Bad Wolf.
Ay, señor. La asquerosa de María sangrienta. Lo de Mary. ¿Esto es un ataúd? Creo que sí.
You used to be something.
¡Ostras! Esta señora estaba un poquito obsesionada con nosotros, ¿no? Mira, mira, mira.
They used to fear you. They'd hide anywhere their small shivering bodies would fit.
Ahí hay sangre reciente. Ese caldero a mí... Al menos no parece que planee usar esto contra mí. Banco de trabajo. Mira, las balitas de plata para matarlo.
The Big Bad Wolf.
Pero ¿cómo? ¿Dónde salió ese
It's
sonido?
about time you showed up.
I had to take care of some things first.
Little errand boy. That's nice.
Ah, Bigby. I see you made it here in one piece. I do apologize, but I have some business to attend to. I leave you in the capable hands of my associate. Come find me when you finish, dear.
Don't worry. This won't take long.
Get out of my way now. Don't make this worse.
Aw, he doesn't want to play.
I'm sure you'll persuade him.
A tomar por saco.
Wow, what a man. Stealing punches while my back is turned. Didn't your mother ever teach you to fight proper?
Cuando a la que me enfrento es un poquito zorra, pues intento hacer lo que pueda por ganar. Yo creo que tiene espejos por la zona o algo para salir, porque me dirás de dónde salió antes. Ay, señor. Que va a acabar ahí amarrado el señor este. Vamos a ir por aquí. Porque digo yo que no será tan sencillo como por donde se fue justo. Tiene espejos seguro. Mira, mira, mira eso de ahí. Estos vapores ahora saliendo de repente. ¡Ay, Dios! Me cago en sus muelas. No se me está dando muy bien el combate, ¿eh? Mira, mira, ahí hay como una grieta o algo. Me tengo que estar atenta para dar a los botones, que ahora seguro que no es la I, sino la X. A ver, control, control, control. Pero, ¡uy! ¡Ay! ¡Uy! Oye, ¿qué le di? ¿Qué le estoy dando?
Where are you?
Ay, qué cansado.
Come out and face me.
¡Ostras! ¿Pero qué demonios es eso? ¿Qué le pasó? Se tropezó intentando entrar en uno. ¿Qué te pasa, hombre? Relájate. Dale un calmante o algo. ¿De qué me sirve a mí darle? ¡Oh! Maldita sea, maldita sea, niña satánica. Venga, 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 venga. Ay, no me gusta tener que darle tanto a la... Dios, después de esto vas a tener que tomarte unas vacaciones, Vicky. Que sí, que venga. ¿Eh? Reflejos, tienen que ser reflejos, solo una es la verdadera. Son reflejos seguros. Son reflejos, pero qué... ¡Ay! ¡Ay, Dios mío! ¡Oh! ¡La fulana! ¡Me están reventando! ¡Madre que te parió! ¡Ay, Dios mío! ¡Tráteme del cielo! ¡Ay, Dios mío! ¿Por qué no vino ese señor con gente? ¡Ostras! Venga, 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 venga. ¡Oh! ¡Qué pasada! ¡Hala, qué guay! ¡Que se transforma en agua del todo! Sabía que tenía que haber otro nivel de transformación. ¿Qué está la noche? Creo que no le estoy dando bien. Esto no va a poder conmigo. Pero loco, están saliendo demasiadas bichas. Hay que encontrar al original. ¿Transformación en super ultra mega saiyan o qué? Esa es la original. No, por Dios, que no se te escape esa señora. Te lo clavan en el ojo. Ah, pues no. ¡Qué guapo! Me ha encantado la batalla. A él creo que no tanto. Pero ha estado muy guapa. Toma aire, respira, saborea bien el sabor ese de esa sangre de la victoria. Y esa ropa no sé muy bien qué hacía ahí exactamente, pero bueno. Logro desbloqueado, una bala de plata. Ya hemos completado el capítulo 3 del episodio 5. Mira lo que señorito.
Hello, Bigby. You look tired.
Give me one good reason not to rip you apart right now.
This gun holds 6 rounds of...
A tomar por saco ya.
I won't miss next time. Before you do anything,
Oh, no?
Mommy, I thought I should point out a few things. Snow White wants you to bring me back to the woodlands, doesn't she? And that's what I want.
Snow's not here. You're dealing with me now.
That may be true, but I'd advise against defying your new boss, at least for the time being. You will bring me back alive. Look, all I ask for is the chance to speak for myself in front of the community. And I'm sure Miss White would agree that I should be given a fair trial. Can we at least agree on that? I will have a trial.
You need to tell me right now. We're not going anywhere until I get some answers from you.
If you want answers, you're going to have to cooperate with me. Look, there's no reason for us to be at each other's throats here.
That's funny, coming from a guy pointing a gun at my head.
This is just a precaution. I'm sure you understand. I'm no murderer, Mr. Wolf.
No, que va.
I didn't kill those women. And I think you know that. All I'm asking for is a chance to explain my side of the story.
If you're not a killer, then what are you?
I'm
El
a businessman,
titiritero.
not a killer.
There's still a lot you have to answer for.
And I will, as long as you agree to my terms. Because I'm not saying another word until I'm brought before the community.
A ver, lo voy a hacer porque ya tomé la decisión de hacerle caso a Snow, pero yo lo mataría.
If you change your mind and decide to do something stupid, you won't get your answers. But you will have a difficult time explaining yourself to Miss White and the rest of this miserable town.
Dijo,
You're often
ciudad miserable,
reckless, and I worry you're not thinking of the... Let me ask you an honest question. What do you really care about here? Where this case is concerned, I mean. Do you really want the truth?
This is about justice. I'm the sheriff. I have to do what's right. 2 people were murdered.
And you know who did it. Georgie.
Ja.
He's dead, isn't he? My point being, the killer has been dealt with. You've won.
You really think I'm that stupid?
I understand you have an obligation to bring me in, but you can brighten up a little. It's over.
Una pinta más
shall we
fea
get
este
going?
señor.
I'd rather not dawdle.
All right, let's go. Hand over the gun.
I think I'd rather hold on to it, if you don't mind.
No, las
What do you
condiciones
say?
de Snow.
Hey!
A tomar por saco el arma.
I'm sure Miss White will be pleased. Such a reliable pup. I understand why she'd want to keep you around.
You're under arrest. You'll be given a trial in front of your peers. And your punishment will follow.
Qué rabia no seguir mis instintos, pero es que quiero quiero que termine con Snow, que me da penita de él. Pero yo le habría cogido la pistola y lo habría encañonado directamente. Ay, cómo cuesta ser buena gente. Logro desbloqueado, mi último cigarrillo. Ay, espero que este señor no se libre. Ay, ya hemos completado el episodio 4 del capítulo 5 o el capítulo 4 del episodio 5, no sé. Pero estamos ya al final, final.
I know, but we have to do something. Are you fucking kidding me?
When is this thing
Are
happening?
we sure he's coming?
Yes, you'll have an opportunity to... He's back.
The Crooked Man.
Thank God.
Motherfucker.
Are you okay?
Sí, de
It's been
maravilla.
hours. We were worried you'd run into some trouble. At the Crooked Man's place.
Well, he didn't make it easy.
What happened?
It doesn't matter. He's here. We got him.
We can talk about it later. You did well, Sheriff. I'm surprised. Not that you did well, but that, you know... I'm just glad you made it back in one piece.
It's about time you showed up. Now throw this asshole down the fucking well.
Yes, what are you waiting for?
You killed Lily!
She was my sister.
Could
What do
you?
you have to say for
Where the
yourself?
fuck do you get off?
Poor
You
girl.
think you have the right to
What
just
about
do this
Faith?
to
What could
people?
they
You're a
have done to
fucking
deserve
crook!
This. You should be ashamed.
Shithole.
Everyone, can I have your attention? Thank you all for coming here on such short notice. I know normally we'd schedule a formal hearing, but considering the circumstances, I thought it best if we do this as soon as possible. The Crooked Man is charged with the murder
As
of
I
Faith
already
and...
informed your sheriff, it was Mr. Georgie Porge who killed those women, not me.
What? It was Georgie?
Georgie?
I don't mean to interrupt you, Miss White.
Georgie may have killed them, but you made the call.
Do I have to explain the situation to you again?
Wait a minute. So you're saying Georgie's the motherfucker who killed my sister? Well, where is he?
Yeah, you're gonna bring that shithead in too, aren't you?
Yes, Sheriff. Where is that rotten scoundrel now?
Is he still out there?
I sincerely hope not.
Well, where is he?
I killed him. He's dead.
He's... what?
Dead. So you see, the culprit has been punished. There's no
That
need
doesn't
for
change
this.
anything. We'll deal with it later, but right now, you're the one I'm concerned with.
You called the shots. Georgie made that perfectly clear.
In which case, you still have a lot to answer for.
I
And
was
I
told
don't...
I would be allowed to speak.
We have to read the rest of the charges.
What other charges?
Let her finish. Then you can have your say.
Got it?
If you insist.
El ligue primero.
You are charged with the murder of Faith and Lily, which Georgie carried out on your order, inciting violence against various members of the Fabletown community, including the attempted murder of Sheriff Bigby Wolf.
Twice.
A misunderstanding.
Aiding and providing monetary support for the forced prostitution at the Pudding and Pie. Additionally, you are charged with multiple counts of fraud, extortion, racketeering, and the illegal possession and sale of magical artifacts.
And resisting arrest.
Oh, yes. Now, is there anything you would like to say?
First of all, I had nothing to do with Faith and Lily, so you can strike that one from your little record book.
Bullshit! Like hell you didn't.
Stop the charade. We know you're involved.
Come on, it's obvious.
And there's all the other crap he's done.
The rest of the charges are more than enough to deserve
We
execution.
all know who you are. We know what you've done.
Just give it up already.
The Crooked Man has committed crimes against this government and, most importantly, its citizens. These charges, if proven, are enough to justify death, upon which your body will be committed to the witching
Where it
well.
fucking belongs.
That's
So
right.
let's get
But
on
we
with it
promised
then.
you a chance to defend yourself, and I won't rob you of that right.
What the
You're
fuck?
really going
This
to let
is
him
about
talk?
justice. If we're ever going to pull ourselves together and make something of this town, we have to start doing things correctly.
El
No
señor se va a
more
escapar o
snap
algo.
judgments, no more secrets. We are going to treat everyone fairly, even when they don't deserve it.
Y tiene que
This
estar
is ridiculous.
sin esposar para defenderse. ¿Por qué? Que alguien me lo explique.
You have the floor.
Thank you, Miss White. You've all met Georgie. I don't have to tell you what kind of person he was. He was a total scoundrel, lacking in any sort of moral fiber. I hired him as a favor to his family, you see. A promise kept to a dying mother.
Oh,
Are you
jeez.
gonna get to your point or what?
Georgie was working for me, yes. But he was not acting on my behalf when he killed those women. It was his business. And for whatever reason, I'm sure only he could understand, he murdered 2 of his most faithful employees. I had nothing to do with it.
Tell
This
the
is such
fucking
bullshit. Georgie seemed pretty convinced he didn't have a say in the matter.
He clearly misunderstood my intention.
Really?
I would never authorize such an act.
Any of you actually believe this bullshit?
No.
Holly, please.
Tell them, Bigby. When you finally showed up at my door last night, wasn't I more than helpful? I answered your questions. I was willing to cooperate.
Yeah, and your goons attacked me. Did you forget that part?
They get a bit carried away sometimes, it's true. Loyal to the end. They do it because they want to protect me, as I protected them. You understand wanting to protect what you care about, don't you? you'd do anything. You might even give up an innocent man, just to save someone.
What's he talking about?
I think you're done talking.
What are you afraid of? Why not let an old man say his piece? Let me explain this to you. My
está
employees
planeando
are just
algo.
that, hired help. I see some of them are here among you. They are not my slaves. They are all free to make their own decisions, as Georgie was.
What about Lily? She wasn't free. She wasn't given a choice. Do you really think she wanted... that any of those girls wanted their lives like that?
I'm sorry, Holly. I'm sorry that your sister asked me for help, and I'm sorry that I decided against my better judgment to give her a distasteful job.
Right, and you kept them in debt so they couldn't leave.
Yeah. That's what you did to us. How you kept us all
You
in line.
forget it was not me who put you in that position. You all act like I'm some kind of tyrant. When your government abandoned you, left you poor and helpless, sniveling on street corners, I was there to look out for you.
Sí, los señoritos que no podían
Yes,
vivirse en un
but
castillo.
Wasn't I?
Crane was the one who let this town go to the fucking dogs. The guy who was in your pocket, remember?
Really? What about Auntie Greenleaf? Her story is not uncommon. She left everything she had back in the homelands. Everything that matters, anyway. With nowhere else to turn, she came to me for help. And what did I do for you?
You got my tree back.
I got her tree back, and in turn we used her magic to help poor Fables get glamours. Because I helped her, she was able to make a living, provide for herself. And what
Extorsión
did
se llama
they
eso.
do?
She wanted my tree destroyed, but Bigby refused.
What?
You were gonna burn her tree? Snow, why would you want that?
I know what you're doing, and it's not gonna work. You can't manipulate us or these people. We're not here to talk
Oh,
about
we're
this.
not?
Bigby just
This
means
is
that-
important, and I'm glad it's being talked about.
You know why I asked him to destroy your tree. You were working with Crane and the Crooked Man.
It wasn't her fault.
You can lie to yourself, but you can't lie to me. You hated Crane, and you hated him for wanting to fuck you, and you being too soft to notice what he'd do to get it. It had nothing to do with the Crooked Man.
We've made some mistakes. I've made some mistakes. But believe me, I truly want what's best for this town.
Mira, la van a tirar a ella al pozo.
And that may not always be clear right away. But I want you all to know that I care deeply about all of you. And so does the sheriff.
Yeah, right.
I can't promise you perfection. No one can.
We didn't get you into this situation. He did.
The Crooked Man's been exploiting you. Exploiting your hope for a better life. You would go to him for help, and he would take that weakness and add it to his strength.
Do you really think the Crooked Man cared about you? He just cared about your money. He cares about your obedience.
They're right.
You're all still afraid of him, even now. But you needn't be. His contamination of this town is over, and those girls will have their justice.
A tomar por saco. Pero me da que ese señor tiene unas en la manga todavía, ¿eh?
Very good, very good. The sentiment is surely appreciated, Miss White. But it doesn't disguise the fact that these accusations are completely unfounded.
¿Puede alguien tirarlo ya por
The
el
sheriff
pozo?
simply doesn't have a particle of evidence linking me to the
Georgie
murder.
was working for you. Bigby got a
A
confession
confession that nobody heard. Now, I'm no barrister, but I think such a statement would carry more weight if Bigby weren't the only one to whom Georgie spoke. Especially given Bigby's history.
Que venga
What are you
Ariel, bueno, la
talking
otra.
about?
Snow?
And what about your history? All you've done to this fucking town?
What do you mean there's no evidence?
Maybe he's... I mean, this doesn't feel right, how we're doing this. I just
Of
need...
course it's right. This man tormented all of you for profit. Georgie
Let me
killed
just
him.
make sure I understand you. You're trying to say that I'm responsible for what Georgie did, because he was working for me at the time, yes?
Yes.
Of course. Where are you going with this?
A echarte la culpa a ti por matar al
Well, by
otro.
that logic, Miss White should be on trial for Tweedledum's murder. Since you know Bigby works for her.
That's...
He killed a man.
Now, don't make him a murderer. For fuck's sake. Killing someone who's trying to kill you is
They were
hardly...
there to retrieve Crane. You didn't need to escalate things.
Me? It was them. And who sent those two freaks anyway?
Bigby and I have already discussed his behavior that night. We're handling it
Now, where
internally.
have I heard that before? How about the way he treated the poor woodsman when he was in your custody? He was beaten to mashed apples while under your watch.
Under my watch.
Maybe he's right.
Did you think we'd all just let that go?
Snow had nothing to do with it. We all thought she was dead.
Besides, Crane was still deputy mayor when that happened. Right before you decided to kidnap him.
It was for his own protection.
Claro, claro.
Oh, you're right, dear. Crane was in charge. Sometimes it's hard to tell the difference.
That's enough.
So, you won't answer for your employees' behavior, but I must perish for mine.
This is completely different.
I did not order those two girls dead. It simply never happened. Georgie killed Faith and Lily. End of story. They
Dios,
want
que
to
alguien lo tira al
scapegoat me
pozo.
for their own tangled ends, but they refuse to answer for their own
This
crimes.
isn't right.
Oh, please.
This isn't the point.
We'll deal with them after we deal with you.
Listen,
That's
I
not
mean, a
true.
certain level of privilege should be afforded to...
To who?
This is how it's always been.
Yes. See, this is exactly to what I'm speaking. We lashed our ropes to this diseased world, and ever since, which one of us has been there for you? Who
mate a
filled
alguien
your
ya.
lives with the promise of more? Who was there while they idly played in their towers, judging you, treating you as mindless children, too stupid to command your own destiny? Without me, who will pay your rent when you're on the verge of eviction? Who will dare challenge their brutality when it leaks to our dear citizens? Who will protect you from the big bad wolf? Who will be the...
Bigby? Miss White!
Excuse me, dear.
I wanted to make sure I had the chance to say something.
Why don't you take a moment to catch your breath, little
What's
one?
she doing here?
I'd like to... I need to say something.
We're kind of in the middle of something.
She has something to say, and we're gonna listen. Go right ahead.
You probably don't remember me. I don't know why I was afraid to come
My
here.
dear, I don't
Just
know
shut up! You enslaved us for years. Let us hear stories about what you do. Told us we would lose everything if we stepped just one toe out of line. And we couldn't say a word about it because of these damn ribbons. But you know what? Now it's my turn to talk.
How are you?
I found Vivian's body. Did you kill her? Did he?
Sheriff, this is highly irregular.
Vivian wanted you freed from the ribbons. She took her own life.
I'm sorry, I don't think I know
Nerissa!
your-
My name is Nerissa.
It's okay, my dear. It's going to be just...
He ordered them dead. This fucker. Faith and Lily.
That's a lie.
I was in the goddamn room when he did it. Faith and Lily are dead because of you. The only two people who ever gave a damn about me.
And this just confirms it.
He made Georgie do it. It was always him. Georgie would have never done anything without his say-so. Ever.
You're going to take the word of a stupid...
At least 5 other girls will back me up on this. We all heard you say it.
Did you now?
Looks like we found our evidence.
She saw it firsthand.
He's guilty.
Good enough for me.
Me too.
So that's it, right?
Calm down the witching well.
No, that's too fucking easy for a crook like that.
What do you mean?
He's gotta pay for what he did.
Listen to yourselves!
You're all rats, fleeing from one sinking ship to the next. So quick to latch onto whatever will keep your miserable lives afloat. This is how you want to repay all I've done for you?
What, you take 2 people's lives away and now you want mercy? You're done talking, crooked man. You had your chance.
Well done, then.
Now, for your sentence.
We don't have to become murderers.
What are you talking about?
He's guilty. I know that, but we don't have to kill anybody. We can imprison him. Lock him up forever. Somewhere he can never hurt anyone again.
How can we be sure he won't escape?
I can help. We'll use magic.
That's
I
not
assure
good
you.
enough.
Maybe
There will
she
be
has a
more
point.
if he isn't
Hasn't
stopped.
there been enough bloodshed
So we
already?
get rid of him.
Dangerous. Get him out of here.
We can send him
Everyone,
away.
listen up! Clearly, we're having trouble agreeing on a suitable punishment. So I think
This is going nowhere.
someone needs to make a decision.
Who?
We should have a vote. Make it democratic.
Do you really think that's going to work?
He's right. Nobody can agree on anything.
What about Bigby?
What about him?
He was appointed. He's the only official representative, really. He should be
¿En
the
serio?
judge.
That makes sense to me.
I guess it does.
Okay.
No quiero
Are you sure?
decidir.
This isn't how
It's what the people want, Miss White.
Okay, Mr. Wolf, it's your call.
Que no, que yo quiero votar.
Just do what you think is right.
Que no, tía, democracia. Que no quiero.
Yes, Sheriff. Do what you think is right.
Teach him a fucking lesson.
No.
He has to
We
die.
can lock him
Just
away.
fucking get rid of him.
Not this way.
Pero si no se había acabado el tiempo. El tiempo no se había acabado. El tiempo no se había acabado.
There you are.
Que me ibas a matar, tío.
You all remember this moment.
Think of me when you try to sleep.
Ah, venga, lo correcto, maldita sea.
You said you had a way to keep him from hurting people.
Wait, you can't be
What
serious.
he's done, you just gonna put him in prison?
This isn't the way, Sheriff.
You're doing the right thing.
Yes, there's a way.
Es que yo no creo en la pena de muerte.
Do it.
No puedo evitarlo. Ay, señor, qué duro es hacer lo correcto cuando quieres matar. Logro desbloqueado, sopla el viento del norte. Qué chungo es hacer lo correcto. Ay. Es que creo que es lo correcto, pero no. Habría preferido arrancarle la cabeza directamente. ¿Cómo vas a comenzar una nueva sociedad diciendo que vas a hacer las cosas mejor con un asesinato? ¿Qué comienzo es ese? Pobrecito mío, está cansado. Ahora que se ha escapado y me mata.
Not what I was expecting. Morning, crooked man.
He's got a sharp tongue. I thought it would be better for everyone if he parted with it.
Thanks, Greenleaf.
Let's just call it even.
Hey, Sheriff. I don't know if you remember me.
I know who you are, Flycatcher. You've worked at the Woodlands for how many years now?
I think I've lost count. Are you gonna come see the truck off? We're leaving for the farm in a few. Thought you might want to. I don't know.
I'll be down in a minute.
Okay, great.
This fucking line.
Oh, Mr. Wolf, Flycatcher left his keys.
Listen, Snow, can we talk? I wanted to...
I'm sorry, Sheriff. I have to take care of this.
¿Este es su premio?
We'll
¿Por
talk
hacer
later,
todo lo que
okay?
hizo? ¡Frígida! ¡Maldita!
Good morning, Miss White.
You're late.
Nada, a tu apartamento solo con el cerdo. Qué asco. No veía que este va a ser el final.
Someone's gonna see you, Colin.
¿En serio? ¿En serio? ¿Este es el final? ¿Se va a ir con el cerdo a tomar unas birras luego? No puede ser. Me fastidia. El otro a la granja también.
I'm going! Jesus!
We only have like 5 minutes.
Carry me, for fuck's sake! I don't give a shit! You forgot these.
Oh, thank you. It's been pretty busy around here.
Morning, Sheriff. Nice fucking day. Shit! Just go grab that, would you? Sorry about all this. I know this isn't your ideal situation here.
Wait! Sheriff Bigby! I have something.
You know, he was up crying all night, poor kid.
Can you give this to Miss White, please? Dad says there's no time to say goodbye, so... if you could bring it to her?
Yeah, sure.
I couldn't take them all with me, and she said she liked that one the best. It's a willow beetle. That's a big one. They're cool, 'cause when they're little, they have these pouches that squirt juice at you if you touch them.
I'm sure she'll love it.
She said it was pretty.
We're about ready to head out.
What's it like at the farm? I've heard ogres live there, and they eat people in their sleep sometimes.
God, I hope not.
Do we have to go? I want to stay here.
Well, we don't have a choice anymore. Don't worry. You'll be a lot safer there. There's plenty of space to run around, and a nice river nearby so you can swim all you want.
Even in daytime?
Yeah, you don't have to worry about the Monday seeing you. It'll be nice. Come on, it won't be so bad.
Have you been there before?
No. Some of the animals aren't comfortable around wolves. So you wouldn't know, would you?
We're all set.
Bye, Mr. Wolf.
Goodbye, TJ. Hey, Bigby. Where's your friend, Colin? Where's the fucking pig? How should I know?
Hipocresía al máximo nivel.
Saying goodbye?
Hi.
Hi.
You're still wearing that thing.
Oh. Yeah. I guess I am. It's not easy to forget. I know it seems like I should be able to...
It's okay. I get it.
Listen, I came here because I have to tell you something.
What is it?
It's about what happened to Faith and Lily. I'm not sure where to start. Faith, Lily, and I, we had this plan. We were gonna find a way out. Leave the pudding and pie for good. But then Faith decided to get some leverage. She stole a picture of Crane and Lily together. The minute Faith stole that photo, we had dirt on one of the crooked man's allies. If he found out, I had no choice. You have to understand. You've seen how they kept us quiet in that place.
Narissa, what did you do?
I freaked out, okay? I thought if I came clean to Georgie, he'd get the crooked man to leave us alone. We could just forget the whole thing. Maybe try again in a few years.
You what?
So I told him everything. And I begged for mercy for all of us. I didn't want anyone to die over a picture.
You were just trying to protect them.
Yeah. Georgie promised he'd smooth things over with the crooked man. But then... oh, God.
Pues no sé cómo lo noto porque no la
I don't
llegué
know
a
what
tocar.
happened, but that night at the club, Georgie came back and told me things had changed. He had to make an example of us. We had committed treason. And while the two of us were sitting there, as he was telling me this, Faith walked in, and I had to watch while Georgie...
Wait, so Georgie told you all this? Not the crooked man? That Back at the well, you said...
I know what I said.
But it wasn't the truth, was it?
What does it matter? I know the crooked man did it. So what if it wasn't the whole truth? It was true enough.
I guess, what's done is done.
I know he ordered their deaths. I wasn't gonna let him get away with it because of a stupid technicality. Especially after... that night, after Faith. I tried to warn Lily, but she wasn't with her scheduled appointment. So I did the only thing I could do. I left Faith's head at your doorstep.
You?
I walked her over here.
Why would you do that?
I couldn't think of any other way to get your attention.
So you started all this?
I just pointed you in the right direction. People like us get forgotten all the time. The crooked man was counting on that. When we suffer, we do it in silence. And the world likes it that way. We just fade, like we never existed. I couldn't watch that happen to Faith, or Lily. Nobody cares about us. Not really.
It's going to be different now, I promise. Things like that won't happen anymore. Not while I'm around.
You'll make things right. You and Snow.
I don't know. Seems like no matter what I do, it's just not enough for her, or anyone. I just can't win with these people.
I know it might feel that way, but they need you, Bigby. Both of you. You two make a good team. The way you look out for each other, and look out for us. You don't see that a lot these days.
I don't really know where we stand anymore. Things are just... different.
Huh. Things are always different. Look, Bigby. After everything you've done for us, maybe they don't want to admit it, but without you, none of this would have happened. You listened when no one else would. You protected your friends, no matter the cost. And you brought justice to this town. Finally. Because you brought the crooked man in, everyone saw who he really was. So from where I'm standing, you did the right thing. You've been given this job for a reason. And I left Faith at your doorstep because I knew if anyone stood a chance against the crooked man, it was you.
I hope I've at least done some good here.
You've changed this place. For better or worse, Fabletown wouldn't be the same without you. You're not as bad as everyone says you are.
No entiendo la música esa cuando le dijo algo bueno, pero bueno.
I have to tell you something.
I feel like we've met before.
You're trying to place me. You like my ribbon? Do you like it?
Faith wore one too.
Would hide her beauty so she could escape his kingdom.
They used to call me the Little Mermaid.
Did Dr. Swinehart ever get back to you about Faith?
He said he wanted to run more tests. I hope you find what you're looking for.
Qué lenta soy, ¿por qué no?
Wolf.
No termino de entender lo que está pasando. Yo pensaba que iba a ser el final. Logro desbloqueado, felices para siempre. Completé el episodio 5, ahí viene el logo. ¿Hay más episodios? Yo pensaba que era el final. Tú y el 54% de jugadores mataron a Georgito. El 67% trajeron con vida al hombre torcido. El 40% decidieron encarcelarlo. El 97% aceptaron el regalo de CJ. Y el 29% dijeron, espero haber hecho algo bueno por aquí. Estadísticas especiales. Peleaste con él después del interrogatorio. Ah, pues sí, este es el final. Pero, ¿qué final es este? Le ofreciste protección al despacho. Me cargué a la casa de Georgito. Pues mira, esto lo pueden ir leyendo ustedes si quieren, le van dando a pause. Pero... es que no me... o sea... ¿esto es el final? ¿En serio? No puede ser, ¿no? Buah, ¿qué final es este? Me pregunto si habrán más finales dependiendo de lo que hagas. Yo supongo que sí, pero este final me ha decepcionado por completo. Siguiendo a la sirenita, no ha pasado nada. O sea, no he visto qué pasa cuando la sigue. Y Snow a lo suyo. Y él se queda solo con el cerdo en la casa tomándose unas birras. Menuda basura. Pues bueno, gente, me ha gustado muchísimo el juego, me ha encantado. Pero al final me ha dejado muy decepcionada. Pero muy decepcionada. Espero que haya otros finales o algo. No creo que lo saque, la verdad, porque últimamente no tengo mucho tiempo para rehacerme el mismo juego, pero si este es el final, ha sido una decepción para mí el final. Pero bueno, espero que el vídeo les haya gustado, que la serie en general les haya gustado. Muchísimas gracias a todos por seguirla. Y nada, como siempre, bueno, coméntenme en los comentarios, válgame la redundancia, qué les ha parecido la serie, si les ha gustado, si no les ha gustado, si el final, qué les pareció este final. Muchas gracias a todos los que han comentado los vídeos, que saben que me encantan, a los que le han dado a me gusta, a los que lo han compartido, que os ayuda a crecer el canal. Y nada, espero que el vídeo eso, que les haya gustado. En serio, estoy algo choqueada con el final este, pero bueno, como siempre lo he dicho, comenten lo que les gusta, lo que no, que tienen mucho que comentar, y nos vemos en el siguiente vídeo. Bueno...